All right, we have a special live podcast with a two-time defending champ, the Grim Reapers. How are you, champ?
Sitting on top of the world again.
All right, you are
Hold on, Nathan, you missed a spot, pal. There you go. Thank you, buddy.
You are 2-1 and currently number one in total points. Was that your prediction so early in this season?
I felt I drafted a very good team. A lot of depth. A couple of tinkering a little bit here and there, but I knew I had a solid team, and just the beginning of several big things to come again.
Okay, you had a 1-point victory in week 1. You lost by 1 week 2. And this week you blew out the Bombers by 30. Did you want to leave no doubt this week as to who the defending champ is?
Last week I heard the podcast, and I felt a little disrespected. No, when Bombers was getting interviewed, no mention of that his opponent next week is two-time defending champ, back-to-back champ. But gotta put the also-rans and the normal cellar dwellers in their normal place. Get used to it for the rest of the year.
Okay, this next up is the Widowmakers. Is Aaron Rodgers versus Carson Wentz. Who has the advantage? It is in Green Bay.
The Thursday night thriller. Aaron Rodgers is not what Aaron Rodgers was. Father Time is undefeated, and my guy's young, up and coming, still in his prime, under 25, and even without his weapons, he puts up good numbers. Rodgers on the downside of his career, and was a bad pick by Will. I really think got to start getting with the times. You know.
Is that good, King Reaper?
That one's good. This one has a little spot right here. Thank you, pal.
Okay, on draft day, you took Antonio Brown. Now, with all the fallout, and now you're going to have to waste a roster move to fill a spot, like be used someplace else on your team. Do you regret drafting Brown and all his baggage?
It was very disappointing that he couldn't keep his mouth shut, and guy's a problem. Goes to show how good of a coach Tomlin is in Pittsburgh. We never heard any of this nonsense. But I took a chance. It was a 5th round gamble. I don't think it was that much of a gamble because this late I had the pieces. I have a set formula, you could say. And I thought he was going to have a good year. But that's what the one move a week is for. You know, you got to keep your roster churning. Make your moves. You got to move a week. Use it. I got to use it. Maybe I'll use it this week. Maybe not. We'll see what happens.
Is that good now?
Okay.
Beautiful. Good job, buddy.
Now, one of your fiercest rivals is the G-Men.
Yes.
Now, for a second straight week, as mentioned on the website, he got a victory but lost a key player.
That's the one thing. That's the one thing you can't account for in this league. You can calculate. You can make picks that you think are going to work out. But one thing you can't prepare for are injuries. Injuries happen, and you got to be able to adjust. Now he's got a big question. Do you keep the best running back in football, who might be missing 2 months? He's got to make a decision tomorrow night.
It'll be a tough call for sure. Okay, this is a part of the podcast where you want to shout out to any single GM or the league. Anything you want to get off your chest?
No, it's been a very competitive year so far. I don't know how Whoopi is doing it. I'm looking at his team. He's got the David Copperfield set at home. He's doing it with the smoke and mirrors. But I'll see him down the line. He's very competitive. Couple surprises.
I believe Whoopi currently is giving up the least points against.
That's the thing.
So that is a big factor.
That is a big factor indeed. You can't play defense in fantasy football. But I'm very impressed with him. So far, so good for him. Guys that are every year they come to play. 6 shooters, he's having a little struggle this year, but there's plenty of time. I proved to this league last year when they had me dug up and buried. They were kicking dirt on me. They were talking trash. 0-4. Hey, if anybody can back, if I proved anything last year is, if you're 0-4, you still have hope, and hope is eternal. That's all you have. Six Shooters is a very, very formidable opponent. He a legend in this league, and I'm sure he'll step it up soon. Duval, I don't have to worry about. I haven't had to worry about him in a couple of seasons. I gotta give Matt credit. Matt's very surprising. I know I give him a lot of grief, when we do talk trash. Sometimes you can't take it, I'll try to lay off. But I'm very impressed with your team so far, Matt. You're doing a great job. I won't call you a name this week. You've done a good job. The other division, it's always Whoopi. Whoopi, very good. Will, you're gonna get some this week. And Dave, I haven't heard from Dave. Last year he had a good year, but don't worry about him too much. It's gonna be the regular guys. It's gonna be Reapers, Whoopi, G-Men, and there's a question mark, that 4th spot. But I'm a train rolling. I just got rolling. I'm scoring the most points. Did my homework again. Little set formula. These 2 puppies here, they're gonna have some company in a couple of months. So get used to it. Get ready. I can't be stopped, guys. It's inevitable. Just like Thanos, I'm inevitable.
All right, so now let every other GM know how to get on this podcast.
What you need to do to get on this podcast is score the most points in a week, and you'll be here. I'll see you next week, guys.
All right, thank you, Grim Reapers. Enjoy the spoils of this week, and we look forward to your matchup with the Widowmakers.
Thank you, Sal.